Hello friends, this is Ifa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited to share my first reading journal update, and this is the update of my reading journal for the first quarter of the year. And I have a lot of things to talk about, the books I have read and what I've felt about them, so let's get started. So the notebook I'm using here is from Positive Pages, and I really like this ducky one. If you haven't seen my yearly setup of my reading journal yet, you can visit that out for your future yearly reading journal spreads. So let's begin with the first spread that I'm going to fill up today. I'm going to make a cover page for the first quarter of the year because I really wanted to space out the quarters into a separate sections than a normal reading journal reviews. So my plan is to make a spread where I will decorate a bit with the stationery collection that I've already have in my home, and also some things that I've made, which is a frog die-cut sticker which I have recently added in the shop update of June. For this cover page, I wanted to add more like yellow, green, blue, and a scheme for vibrant and warm colors. So I thought that I would just go with the colors, and I really didn't want to think about any specific theme because it will make me more bounded with the stationeries that I'm going to use. For the background of this whole cover page, I have included this washi tape from Notebook Therapy's Enchanted Garden collection, and I really like that how this washi tape goes with my sticker. So for the background, I just used this washi tape parallelly, and I used my scissors to cut out the edges and also my precision knife to make a proper square background. Here I wanted to add this tiger sticker in the middle, but later I thought that I should use this in the bottom and I should add a larger header writing first quarter in the top. So my plan is to use a piece of paper from another notebook to write out the first quarter, and I wanted to make this pretty bolder with a green color. Basically, the page is from my bullet journals Dutch doors. I always have saved them for later uses like this and correction of any mistakes that I do in my bullet journal or any journal spreads. I'm using this loose leaf washi tape stickers from the collection of Notebook Therapy, and I think it goes pretty well with the other leafy stationeries. I know my calligraphy fonts are not too great, but I like how everything turned out with this simple calligraphy style, and also I used a very light gray color to give it a little bit of shadow, and then I have cut out these pieces. I also tried to leave some white spaces with this lettering because without that it will not show in the vibrant background. And also I thought that this sticker that won't look good if I don't use anything background of it, so I've used these deco square stickers which has the same color scheme with the collection that I've gone for. So that's it for this whole cover page, and the next spread is going to be a dashboard for the books I have already read. And I would also like to tell you that this whole spread idea is from Hedda of Bujo because I really like her reading journal spreads a lot, and I've been following her for such a long time that I really wanted to inherit this in my reading journal as well. So here I thought that I would like to add memo sticker which I have got from Notebook Therapy's Hinoki into the Fall collection, and this is especially for travelers notebooks, but I thought that it will look good into this color scheme, so I am going to use this for my reading journal. Underneath these stickers, I really wanted to add some backgrounds, but in a very light way because the cover page is already too much. Like the way I have squared up the cover page, I am also going to give some backgrounds for dashboard spread. The playlist sticker that I'm sticking here is my first die-cut stickers that I released as the first collection while open my shop. I used to cut them by my hand, and I believe they are the most precious design that I made ever. My style has changed a lot during the whole year, but this collection has a special place in my heart. And these playlist stickers for summer flowers has 5 designs and 2 sizes. This is the smaller size, and I have a larger option for this to use on cover pages. The middle of the spread was little empty to me. I didn't want to use any washi tapes underneath it so that the white paper showed a little and make it less complicated like the cover page. That's why I used these little stickers so that it doesn't look overwhelming. In the top, I'm going to add some alphabet stickers that will represent books that I read, but that header will take too much space, and that's why I have used books I read instead of books that I read. I'm using alphabet stickers from my own shop in warm tones. You can find them in my shop, Tritopusjournal. The sticker cuts turned out very precise, and I will be using some circles to write down the January and March for the indication of this timeline of this review. I will be using some little stickers from my latest collection, which is in the pond. There are some little frogs, lilies, and dragonflies here, and I will also add some cute little water lily pads. Let's talk about the books that I've read in the first quarter of this year. I would like to tell you that I only finished 2 books. I'm kind of proud of myself because I haven't read for such a long time. I thought that I should start again, and it really made me to read books again. I've started reading from 15th January, even though I can tell you that I had only 1.5 months to read books because I had gone for a couple of travelings, and I only read the books in the airplane and in my home because I really didn't have too much time in the period that I was gone for my home. There was Holy Ramadan, and in the flight I only could read 77 pages of the book, and later I finished that book somehow. I didn't even bother to read too much book on that period as well, so I only had 1.5 months to read out 3 books, which was my goal, but later I stopped at 2. So that's it, and let's talk about the books that I've read. So the first book that I have started in 15th January is Eleanor and Park, which is written by Rowell, and I really like this teenage love story. I would say that don't read the things that I'm going to write in this reading review because there are a lot of spoiler into it. So I would just like to talk about the book that it's a teenage love story where the boy comes from an Asian or Korean culture because his mom is Korean and the girl is white, and the writer portrayed that the girl has a messed up family background and the boy has a very nice family. So there is a lot of things going on into that book with little bit of bullying in her school, and also the boy protects her from the bullies, etc. So I'm not going to tell you what happened in the end, but what I felt that the whole book was very interesting. It has the hook I was continued to reading when I was busy at the time, but since the ending was quite natural and not too dramatic, I really like that because it's neither an happy ending nor a sad ending. Like, you have to assume the ending by yourself. Especially the story is from 80s, specifically about the years of 86 and 87, and I like the period when cell phones wasn't invented and only landline phones were used, and exchanging letter was very popular back then. So that's it for this whole book, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm going to give it a 4 star. I don't know if you would like to give it a 5-star if you have already read it or not, but it will make me a little more happy if I could read this whole book continuously. But I really like this book a lot. So that's it for this book. For the decoration of this first book, which is Eleanor and Park, I have focused on lighter colors. As this cover of this book has orange and blue, I thought that I would like to add some white, yellow, orange and blue into this whole decoration. So I pulled up some stationeries that have those colors, and for the header I've gone for a very bolder calligraphy font, and I really don't like some of them, so I have filled that space with some washi tapes. And here I am going to use some stationeries from Paper Monogatari, which is a limited collection. You may not find this collection because I purchased this in last year, and I really like this whole set. Along with that, the washi tape I'm using here is from the washi tape shop, but it's basically designed by Paper Monogatari's artist Anna from Journal. So I really find all of the arts very cohesive. I use this sticker paper to print the book covers for simplicity, but you can use any printer paper and stick them on your notebook. I really like how this whole spread turned out. I didn't want to add too much things into this spread to make a bigger space for writing, but I think that's a perfect spread for writing about this book. So yeah, that's it for this whole spread. The stickers for the ratings, I'm using my planner trackers sticker sheet, and I'm thinking about to make a separate rating so that we can use them in our reading journal separately. So let me know, what do you think if I make a very simple tracker stickers? And the next book I have read is After Dark by Haruki Murakami. If you have read his book, the pace is a little slow, and I think that this book doesn't have the hook that I was looking for. On my flight from Bangladesh to Oman, I have read 77 pages of this book, but I was pretty tired at the time, and also I felt that this book is not going too well and I couldn't find the hook properly, so I was kind of sleepy in between reading this book, and later I stopped reading for quite a long time because I couldn't find the hook of this book and it wasn't screaming me to read. So that's why I think I would like to give this book about 3.5 stars, because it definitely didn't make me feel like I'm a happy reader. But after reading about more than 150 pages, it was getting quite interesting for me, and it definitely has a very darker story into it, and I really like how the whole story ended. This book is about two main leads, which are two sisters, Iri and Mari, and Mari is basically the main character in this book, and Iris also has strong character into this book as well. Both of these sisters has their background stories, and writer tried to tell us about them. And also this book has a story that starts from the midnight of a day and it ends in the morning of that day. So it's basically 6 to 7 hours of a story that was happening with the girls. And I think as this book is very dark, I thought that I would like to use black and red into this whole decoration. So I have pulled out some stationeries that have black and red into it. The red I have chosen is very bright, which doesn't go with the covers. So I'm about to change this red with a dark red, and I'll be overlapping this letter A with that dark red color so that it looks little muted and not too vibrant. So I'm using washi tapes from the washi tape shop and some stickers from Ikigai Papier. And as the book cover is black and red, I wanted to use some black and red stationery items that I have already in my home, such as these washi tapes from the washi tape shop and some stickers from Ikigai Papier, which has cats on it. And I have this sticker which is very pretty and it's quite old, I guess, and I really like how these cute cats are looking, so I wanted to use them into this whole spread. I wanted to mark 3.5, but mistakenly I colored 1.5 hearts. So, and later offline I will fix those up before I post any picture of it. So that's it for this spread as well, and I hope you like this video because I'm not speaking with any scripts. I'm just talking whatever my mind is telling me to tell. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope I'll see you in my next reading journal video as well, which is going to be uploaded very soon, later this month or in the next month. So see you in the next video. Bye guys.